Victor Tillman stared coldly at Laura Harper. The room was silent, tense, like the walls were waiting to see who would flinch first. Victor's eyes bore into Laura's, sharp and piercing. He hadn't said a word yet, but the silence was louder than any scream. Laura stood her ground, but her hands betrayed her. They trembled slightly at her sides, and her nails dug into her palms. Then, Victor's voice sliced through the tension like a blade. "You'd better not be lying." The words were calm, but behind that calm was something far more dangerous, a storm barely held back. Laura's mouth opened, then shut. Her face cracked just slightly before she pulled herself upright again, wearing a mask of dignity that didn't quite reach her eyes. Victor turned from her sharply, directing his attention to Mark. "Have the police gotten back to you?" he asked, his voice lower now, but filled with restraint. Mark stood straighter, sensing the weight in Victor's tone. He shook his head. "Not yet, sir. Still waiting on an update." Victor's gaze narrowed. A breath passed through his teeth, silent but sharp. He was calculating, watching, dreading. Then Mark hesitated and asked quietly, "Sir, do you think someone could have taken Miss Cassandra?" Victor froze. Just hearing her name spoken aloud like that, vulnerable, uncertain, sent a jolt through his chest. His throat tightened. Cassandra, his daughter, his entire world. He clenched his fists, the skin on his knuckles stretching white. This wouldn't be the first time someone had threatened his family. He had enemies, old ones, ruthless ones. Every attempt to use Cassandra against him had left a scar. But he had always protected her. Always. Now that icy fear returned, crawling into his bones. Across the room, Laura studied him quietly. She saw the shift in his expression, the crack in his armor. She knew what Cassandra meant to him, and she hated it. Victor's voice dropped, laced with steel. "Expand the search area. Double the manpower if you have to. I want her found today." Mark nodded instantly. "Understood." The moment hung in the air, cold and heavy. Then, a sound broke the stillness. A sharp ringtone. Victor's phone lit up across the table, vibrating against the polished wood. He turned toward it slowly. Unknown number. He frowned. His instinct was to ignore it, but something in his gut told him not to. He picked it up. "Hello?" he answered gruffly. There was a pause, then a woman's voice, soft, polite, familiar. "Hello?" she said again, a little quieter. Victor's spine straightened. That voice. He hadn't heard it in years, but he would never forget it. He swallowed. "Yeah?" I found a little girl," the woman continued. "She gave me your number and said you're her father. Can you come pick her up?" For a moment, Victor couldn't breathe. His mind locked. Her voice, her words. Sophia. Sophia Miller, his ex-wife. The woman who had once held his heart and then shattered it. And now, she had his daughter. His grip on the phone turned bone white. He said nothing for a second, just listened to her breathing on the other end. Each breath was a memory, a wound. "Where are you?" he managed finally, his voice tight. "The Velvet Moon," she replied gently. "We're waiting here. Can you come?" That name, that place, the Velvet Moon. So many memories twisted in that name. So much pain. He didn't answer her. He didn't say goodbye. He just hung up, then turned to Mark. "Get the car," Victor said sharply. "We're going to the Velvet Moon. Now." Mark blinked, startled by the sudden shift in Victor's energy. "Yes, sir," he said quickly, already moving. Behind them, Laura stood frozen in place. Her eyes narrowed. Something had just happened. Something she didn't like. Meanwhile, at the Velvet Moon, Sophia lowered her phone slowly. The voice on the other end still echoed in her ears. She couldn't place it, but it stirred something strange inside her. Cold. Familiar. Why did it feel like I've heard him before? She shook her head lightly. Maybe it was just her nerves. Alina spoke up beside her. "You hungry?" she asked cheerfully. "I'm starving. Let's go inside and order. We can wait for her father there." Sophia gave a faint smile. "All right." She turned back to the little girl and knelt beside her once again. "Sweetheart," she said softly, "are you hungry? Would you like to come inside with us and eat? Your daddy's coming soon." The little girl stared at her silently. No nod, no shake of the head, just those big, unreadable eyes. Sophia smiled gently. "It's okay. You don't have to speak. I'll stay with you. You don't have to be scared." Jaden and Jamie ran up to her side. "We'll stay too, Mommy," they said excitedly, their hands holding onto her coat. Sophia chuckled. Their presence always made her feel lighter, steadier. Alina groaned playfully from the door. "Really? Is no one else hungry? Come on, little girl. No bad person would bring you to a fancy restaurant and offer you food, right?" The little girl looked at Alina, then at the twins, then finally at Sophia. And then she moved. A small tug at Sophia's sleeve. Sophia glanced down. The girl's fingers clung gently to the fabric of her coat. Sophia knelt again, eyes soft. "You want to go inside?" The girl gave a tiny nod. Sophia exhaled in relief. "Okay, let's go." She held out her hand. The girl took it without hesitation. They walked inside together, the boys and Alina trailing behind. "She's already attached to you," Alina whispered with a grin. "You've got magic in your bones, Soph." But Sophia didn't laugh. She didn't smile either. She just looked down at the small hand gripping hers. Warm, trusting, familiar, and her heart clenched with a strange ache. Why does holding her feel like déjà vu? 10 minutes later, a sleek black car screeched to a halt in front of the Velvet Moon. Victor stepped out before the driver could open the door. He looked up at the glowing sign of the restaurant. The last time he saw this place? He swallowed. Mark followed quickly, staying silent. Victor didn't speak. He just walked forward, each step heavier than the last. As he reached the door, he paused. Something inside him twisted. He was about to see her. After all these years, after all the pain, after losing her, after hating her, now she was here, with his daughter. He reached for the handle. Then, he stopped. He needed a second. Just one. He closed his eyes, took a breath, then pushed the door.
See that button on screen? That's your full story. Tap it and download the Pocket FM app now for free.